Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you both so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, definitely. So the first question I want to ask you both is basically like, what is it like to both work on Dora, lending your voices to the show?
Jett?
Well, I feel that it was really cool and it felt like I was just at home because me and my dad make voices at home when we read books. And yeah, just doing it with my dad, it was just a great opportunity.
Yeah, just backing off what she said. It's just it's something that we've dreamed about working together,
Hmm.
and like what better way to have a support system and a creative partnership than with father and daughter. It's going to come from a place of constructive criticism, but also uplifting and championing the idea that we can do this together and create such synergy for these characters. Dora is such a beloved, iconic figure
Oh yeah.
from for so many years that to be part of this beautiful journey as father and daughter, now voice actors, it's like a dream come true, dude. And I think we're going to continue doing this because we're having fun doing it. Even doing the
Of
press jump
course.
is fun because we're like learning how to be able to have this beautiful synergy and speak about things that we already do at home. Why not bring it in a work environment and create beautiful magic together?
That is so awesome. I love that. And, and I'm sure like doing like voice work, it's like a whole full day of of going over lines and training your voice. And what do you both do to get your voice ready for doing voice work?
Yeah.
Well, what I basically do is I just kind of take deep breaths and I just talk to myself and I say, just pretend you're at home, like just just go for it.
Yeah. She loves the idea of the comfortability of being at home because it is nerve wracking, dude. When it's your first time doing it and you've never been in front of a director or an executive from Nickelodeon and they're just sitting there watching you, it's nerve wracking for a kid, let alone
Oh,
an
yeah, of
adult, right?
course.
So for her, I think when I'm watching her in the booth and she's just letting go and she closes her eyes and she takes that breath, it's just reassuring to me as a father, like, okay, she got this. And I want to interject, but there's a director telling her what to do. So I have to
Hmm.
step outside of being a dad, and now we're working together, right? So I think the thing that she does inspires me because what I do before I go into to work mode is like I tap into this silliness because my quick two is like sí, por supuesto. Hmm, your abuela, like everything is like, what, yeah, that's Quickatoo. That's his vibe, right? So you go into that kind of like silly, quirky, a little bit like ambiguous vibe because he's a bird. He's a colorful
Hmm.
bird with all these beautiful feathers, but he's also like fun and adventurous and exciting, and he's got amazing rapping skills. He's an amazing rapping bird. Yeah.
That's and like with those like singing skills, you actually wrote and you sing a song for the
Yeah.
show. And what in inspired that? Like, what inspired you to write the song and make you want to sing something for the show?
Yeah. So the song Melodía was something that I heard on my hard drive basically for so many years. And it was just a scratch. There was nothing really flushed out. The beat needed to be updated. We added more of an Afrobeat rhythm to it. We added that. And then Melodía was just Melodía, but we didn't have the dame tu melodía, mi melodía. Then we started adding layers and harmonies so that we can structurally and sonically have something that speaks to all the characters that were part of the episode. And then when Jen and I were kind of like ping ponging on the idea, if we were singing it and we were jumping around singing the song and it was infectious, we felt it was something special. So all of it kind of derived from the initial sketch that we had
Mhm.
created many years ago. And then we fine tuned it, wrote it out, re recorded it, and actually submitted it to Richie. Richie's like, yo, we should do something with this. And maybe even write an episode where it's, you know, you and your daughter, and then we have Dora making a song for Papi, and your song Melodía is part of that episode.
Wow. And I want to thank, I see the time is up, so I just want to thank you both so much for taking time and coming on, and everyone has to just watch Dora and listen to your song. It's amazing.
Yeah, check out my podcast. It's called Taboo's Comics and Kicks, coming really soon, where we discuss comic books, toys, action figures, storytelling, and sneaker culture.
Ooh, okay. I'm definitely going to check that out.
Taboo's Comics and Kicks. I'm coming soon. And of course, I'm going to talk about Dora and my experience with my daughter.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you both so much. I appreciate
Thank you, Paco.
it.
Appreciate you.